Okay, Anthony, this one's just for you. I noticed when you sent me this assignment here, it said that you're having a hard time with functions. And maybe if I just sit and explain it to you a minute, maybe it'll help you out. I took your code that you submitted, okay, and I put that in Visual Studio, okay. And let's see, notice first of all you got a little issue right here. Let's put a semicolon here. There, that fixes that. Okay, now I notice that you did some good things here, okay? You created this nice function down here, this method down here, payment, okay? It returns a double, and of course it receives a double. We're going to call amount in here, and a rate, which we're going to receive and use this rate in here, and also months, okay? That was great. And I notice also you realize how to prototype. Up till now, we've been taking and putting our methods above our main because in C++ it reads down, okay? And if we didn't have our prototype up here, it would read main and we'd get down in here and would say, well, maybe if we use payment in here, see, I don't know what payment is yet because payment is below our main. You get around that by prototyping, they call it, where you actually create a prototype of your method up here. Notice the prototype, as you have it in here, has the double and the name, just like it is down here. And then you put in what types of variables is it supposed to receive. And notice you don't have to have the names in here. So you did really good there. Wonderful, okay? Now I'm going to take and I'm going to copy some code to help us out. First thing we do is the output's supposed to do something like this. I'm just going to replace use because we are going to need these variables for now. It's supposed to do something like that, okay, that was given to you in Blackboard, okay? And it's supposed to print out this. Notice it's making calls to the payment method, okay? And it's giving you this information just like that. If we take and go ahead and run that, oh, I got to put a pause in here, okay? For my compiler, I need to put a system and a pause, and that will pause. I don't know what you're using for compiler, but if you do that, we'll give you a pause. You can see what your actual results are. Okay, we got some answers. Oh, the answers are wrong. Yeah, I know. Don't worry about that. Um, your code's a little bit different than my code. Okay, I'm going to take it. I'm going to paste my code in here. We're going to look at it right here. There's my code. Okay, I'm going to remark yours out here like this. Okay, I'll leave mine in. If you notice, there's some parentheses that are a little weird and things like that. And yeah, you can take a look at that if you want. I'm not going to explain it. It's hard to convert that picture of a formula into this actual code. Anyway, then we created a method last assignment, okay, for rounding. I'm just going to copy mine. I'm going to paste it in here like this. Okay, once again, this is a method that's way down here. We have to take and prototype this, don't we? So we're going to take this right here, copy that, put that up here next, just below this one here. Doesn't make any difference what order they're in. Get rid of number because we don't need that, and get rid of factor because we don't need that. Like that, and semicolon at the end. So now, when we call these methods, okay, it will know what to do with them. Okay, looks like I got a little issue in here. Value, that's one of my variables. Like that, result, comma 2. Okay, so now what's going to happen is we're going to calculate our result, and we're going to use this round method, okay, which receives a number, and then a factor is basically how many decimal points you want, okay? And so it's going to take and reduce that down to 2 decimal points. And it's going to return that. So now, once again, I don't want to be redundant here, but what we're going to do is we're going to see out payment, okay? We're going to send it 1, 2, 3 things, okay? It's going to calculate our payment. Payment's going to use our round method down here to calculate and round it down to 2 decimal points. And then it's going to return that, so it's going to print that out. Go ahead and run that now. There, those are the answers you want to see. Hope that helps.